Hi everybody. First of all, just wanted to say that obviously if you follow me on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that, you'll know that I've been away on my holidays. Now, just prior to going, well actually I'll back up a little bit. Last year, around about Christmas time, December time, um, Derwent, the pencil company that we all know and love, they're situated in a place called the Lake District, if you don't already know. And unfortunately, that particular area got hit bad by a storm called Storm Desmond. Mass devastation all across that area of England. And it's a fantastic area. The people there are really great. They're lovely people, and they all mucked in together and got pretty much all of it back together again. But some places haven't quite got there yet. And unfortunately, one of those places was the Derwent Pencil Museum. Now, we go to the Derwent Pencil Museum is situated in Keswick, which is a beautiful little village just in the Lake District. And as a family, we've been going there every year since the last 15 years. Sometimes I don't always go with the family because of my back, but it's a place that we go. It's kind of like our second home. We love it. And obviously, because I've only got into art in the last couple of years, although we've known that the Pencil Museum was there, it wasn't really of a place of interest for me. But since I've got into art and I've understood pencils better and stuff like that, it's been a big place for me and my daughter to go to. So we had read somewhere that perhaps that the Derwent Pencil Museum might have been up and running again by around about June time, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. When we got there, it was still closed. The refurbishment hadn't gone as quickly as what Derwent had hoped it had, but nevertheless, just in the village a little bit, they have a little pencil shop. It's just set up on Station Road or Station Street, I think it is. It's kind of like right on the corner where they sell all their products. So I decided that I would go there and have a little look in any case, because I was dying to get to a shop and spend my money on some sort of pencils. When I got there, I was incredibly fortunate enough to start getting talking to a lady called Dawn Walker. And Dawn Walker happens to be the museum manager. Now, I was talking to her about my website, about stuff that had happened to me and all the rest of it. But initially I had gone in there because Derwent have, well, actually, a new product of Derwent's had featured online. So I'd gone in and asked them about it. But at that particular time, they hadn't even released prices for this particular product. It hadn't been officially launched, despite the fact that people on eBay and Amazon were selling this product. So that's how the conversation got started. And in the end, this lovely woman took all my details, said she would have a look on my website, that type of thing. And she gave me a few things to take away so that I could go and review. And the product that I was in there looking for was one of those things. So that's the review that I'm going to do now. Now, I was going to set up or put up my my Derwent Studio Pencils review, but I'm going to do this one first and then I'll just put it up in another couple of days. So if you're waiting for the Derwent Studio Pencil review, I'm sorry that it's going to take a little bit longer, but I really wanted to get this one done. Now, it's not anything groundbreaking or earth shattering or anything like that, but when I first seen these pencils, I thought to myself, wow, I really want to get those and have a look at those because I think they're going to be great. So anyway, this is the review. Okay, so this is the product that I was talking about, and this is I'm sure most of you have seen it now because Derwent have it up on their website now, but this is the Derwent Artists, and they just call it the black and white. Now, when I seen this first online, I was really excited about this. I thought it was really unique, and especially when people are always looking for like the right white pencil or the right black pencil for nice darks and what have you. You can see there's a little code at the swatch at the bottom of the colours, but it's very hard to see on the camera anyway, the tones in the colours. As you can see there as well, this is something new to Derwent. They have the British flag here at the bottom. All their products now have been attributed with this made in Britain. If you look at many of the Derwent products beforehand, it was made in England, but now they have this made in Britain. Now, I'm not sure what the significance is of this, but it's something that they had to apply for to get. You can see there at the bottom of this box, it's the light fast sign, so that lets you know that these pencils are light fast. I'm not exactly sure how light fast they are because there's no chart up just yet of them, but I do know they are light fast. And that's it. So let's get into these. Now this is just a 6 pencil set. That's all that comes with these pencils. They are exactly the same dimensions and pigment core and what have you as the artist pencil range, which I've done a video on before. So in other words, in terms of the barrel and the core, the barrel is an 8mm core, so it's a nice thick pencil. The barrel is an 8mm barrel and the core is 4mm. So as you can see, now I'm going to have to see if I can get the right light here on these pencils. Okay, so as you can see, try and get the light on it right. Over to as we work across, this is like a black with green, and this one's called Forest. This one's a black with blue hint in it, and this one's called Midnight. This is just a jet black one, this is called Raven. This one here is just pure white and it's called Pure. The next one is Oyster, and it's got a tinge of pink in it. And then the last one is Arctic, and it's got a tinge of blue in it. So it's the colours are very subtle. But as you can see, let me get the pencils out and you can have a little look at them closer. So as you can see, it's a nice, like I said, it's a nice thick pencil. The barrel is 8mm and the pigment core is 4mm. In terms of the hardness of the core and the pigment and stuff they got, like I said, it's exactly the same as the artist pencils. So if you like the artist pencils, then you're going to love these pencils. Now the only criticism I have, before I show you what I have in terms of how I've put these colours down and stuff like that on black paper and white paper, the only criticism I have, and it's a very, very tiny criticism, is the little sharpener that comes in the set. Now I know most people that are going to buy these are already going to have the sharpener, and it's just a little cheap sharpener, but nevertheless the pencils don't actually fit into the sharpener. They don't go in. It doesn't go in to the point where you'll be able to sharpen them. The hole here isn't big enough for the pencil to go in, which I thought's a little bit odd, but like I say, most of the people that are going to use these pencils are going to have their own sharpeners, the sharpeners they like to use and what have you, but I just thought that was a little bit silly. Now, like I said, when I went and had a look at these, or when I first inquired about them, there was no price out for them or anything like that, but there is a price now, and it's on the Derwent website, and it's £10 and 15 pence for these 6 pencils, which I think is actually a really good price. Like I said, you can get them on other sites. I've seen them. That's what drew me to them. Now this is the swatch that I've done of them. I'm going to zoom right in here so you can see. And I'm hoping that in this light and the camera and stuff they got there, that you can see the colour. Now, the top row of colours, okay, so this one is the Forest, and I'm sure you can see a little bit of the green tinge there. This one is the Midnight, so that's the one with the blue, and you can see a little bit of blue here. And then this one is the Raven, the jet black one. The top row here have got about, I don't know, four layers on it, and then used a little bit of solvent to blend that in together, and that's zest that I used for that. The middle row here is just one light layer of the pencils, so it's really difficult to tell the colours, but you still can tell a little bit. And the bottom has 3 or 4 layers, again just lightly applied, so you can still see the tooth of the paper through those layers. And this is the Raven. So these layers down at the bottom, they haven't had a lot of pressure applied to them or anything like that, because you can see by the top how bold the colours are whenever they are laid down. Obviously I couldn't do the white ones on there, And unfortunately, it doesn't really show up well on this camera on black paper either. So you can see here the Arctic, the Oyster, and then the pure white. I'm not 100%, I don't think this is as good as the Chinese drawn white, but as you can see, it is quite opaque. This has got about 4 layers on it down here, along all of these. So this one here is the Arctic, it's got a hint of blue in it, and this one here is the Oyster, it's got a hint of pink in it. Now, what these pencils are really fantastic for is if you're doing botanical art, or you know where you see a lot of these artists that do the stones and the moss and stuff like that. They're fantastic for that type of work. In fact, I've seen an artist who I follow on Facebook, and he's done some fantastic work with them. He's got hold of them, and he's been able to use them as well. Yeah, and so his name is Peter Nelson. I'm sure you're all familiar with his work, but some of the work he does is outstanding. He's just recently actually put a piece up on his Facebook page, and he's used these pencils in that particular piece, and I think that best shows you how these pencils can be used. Some of the information on the Derwent website states as well that these pencils obviously work really, really well with the Derwent Artist pencils, the other range, but in terms of using them to blend with other colours and stuff like that, it just lends that, you know, like whenever you're putting colours down and then perhaps at the end of it you'll blend with a white pencil. Well, certain situations or circumstances might hold well to you blending or burnishing with one of the Oyster or the Arctic pencil, and vice versa with the darker ones, the Forest and the Raven. So I love these pencils, I really do. I think they're fantastic. In terms of layering and all the rest of it, it's like I said, it's exactly the same as the artist pencils, and if you want to know anything more about that, I've got a video all about the Derwent artist pencils. You can go across and watch that video, I'll put a link down below, or you can go across and read my write-up of the Derwent artist pencils. Anyway guys, that's it for this particular review. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Thanks, bye.